Well, hello there. So this is a video to show you how to view and edit or make changes to the St. Francis Church Google Calendar, which is a shared calendar for us all to see and to edit. Well, there are two things that you're going to need to be able to do that. Firstly, your own Google account. You should have one of those. And secondly, you'll need permission to view and edit the calendar. That means that we don't let any old person see the calendar. You can't search for it and find it on the internet, and you have to have permission to be able to make changes. You should have been sent permission already, which means you should already be able to automatically view and make changes. So let's just show you how to do that. Well, it's a Google Calendar, so that means it's located on the internet. So you need to go onto the internet, whichever browser you might use. I'll use this Google Chrome browser. So that opens up there. And firstly, you'll need to go to Google. So let's imagine that we've started off somewhere else. We'll have to go to Google. Can be .co.uk or .com, doesn't matter. So there we are, and it says that I've been signed out, so I need to sign in. So use your sign-in information to sign into your personalized Google account. Here's mine with my password, which I won't be telling you. Then I can sign in. So once you're signed in, then you need to choose the calendar tab. So I click on calendar, and it comes up straight away. I've got various different calendars which are possible to view. So for instance, there's my St. Francis calendar. I can click on that and it disappears. If you can't view the St. Francis Church Use calendar, which is the one that's the shared one, you need to look down on this tab and to click it. You see that when I click, it disappears. Click again and it reappears. There's different ways that you can view the calendar. So up here we've got the choices. You can see day by day. So this is here today, right now. The church perhaps is being used by the Dogs Trust. Or you can view a week view, or a month, or other options there too. So let's go to the week view, and let's have a go at inputting an event that we want to make. So let's imagine that we're going to have a regular booking from 1 p.m. till 4 p.m. on Thursdays starting tomorrow. So to do that, we need to click where we want to begin the booking. So if I click here, and let's call this Graham's booking, and we have to make sure we're using the correct calendar. So I've got different options here. You may have less options. It's St. Francis Church Use is the one that we want to use, and if we click create event, you'll see there we've got our event 1 till 2, but we said we wanted 1 till 4. So to adapt that, you can do a couple of things. Either just drag down here by hovering over and then dragging to the time you want, or if you prefer, then let's put that back where it was. You can make more changes. When you click on it, you have the option of edit event. So if we go edit event, you'll see that there's more things that we can change. The where part of it, well, it's going to happen at St. Francis Church, but all events that are in this calendar should be those that are taking place in the church. So actually this isn't necessary to fill that in. We said we wanted it 1 till 4, so let's change that. And we want it, actually, let's have a repeating event. So if we click repeat, then we've got some options. Let's imagine it was fortnightly. So then we go, let's say repeats. Well, it's weekly, but it's every 2 weeks. It's fortnightly. Every 2 weeks on a Wednesday. It starts tomorrow. And let's say that we only got 4 of these sessions happening. So after 4 occurrences, and there we are. That's done. So then we can save that. And when we go back, there's the booking 1 till 4. If we go forward a week, it's not there, but forward another week, it appears again. If we look in the month view, then we should be able to see, let's see, Graham's booking, Graham's booking, Graham's booking, and then that was the one that we just saw, and then the 4th one here, Graham's booking. So 4 of those. Well, let's delete that because that's we don't want that there. And when you make changes to this calendar, it should appear in everybody's calendar. So there's just the one calendar that we all view and we can all edit. So we don't want that. Let's delete it. We want to just delete that one, or that one and the ones that follow, or all of the events. Let's delete all of the events like that. So we added an event using the week view. You can add an event using the day view, or indeed using the month view. So perhaps let's put an event in for Friday. Well, let's call it Graham's Booking again. Booking 2. And if we say create event, there it is. But you'll see it appears slightly differently. That's because this is now, we didn't specify a time, so it's assuming it's happening throughout the whole of the day. So we need to change that. So again, one click and then we edit. You can see it says all day. We don't want it all day, so let's unclick that, and we've now got options here. So yeah, 10 to 11 sounds about right. Save that, and there it is. Graham's Booking 10 to 11. Again, let's delete that. We don't want it. So hopefully that's now clear how you add events or you edit events, so that you can we can all input onto the one calendar. Finally, what we shall do is just log out. So if I sign out here, and just to prove that it works, let me, this is Marilyn's account, which she hasn't yet changed the password for, so I can still log in. And we can see there's that very same calendar, this time appearing green because there's less calendars here and it just uses a colour that's not taken already. And there you've got it. So remember, we deleted the events that I just put in a moment ago, so they're not appearing. We've also got here two other calendars: church activities elsewhere. So the church, St Francis Church use should be used just for bookings in the church hall itself. Elsewhere, so for instance Eve doesn't happen at the church, it happens elsewhere, but we've got a note that it's taking place. And Dalgarno community event activities, so there are other things that we might like to just acknowledge that are happening so that we can do our scheduling a bit better. So we can all input onto all of those calendars. But the main one, like I say, to worry about is St Francis Church use for the bookings at St Francis Church Hall. So just log out of Marilyn's account there, and there we go. That's how you use the calendar.